have a very special everyday review to share with you today. We are giving you 2 reviews for the price of
1.
Yeah, so we have 2 hot new Mustangs. I have the Mustang GT Convertible behind me.
And I have the latest Mach-E.
Cynthia, have you ever driven a Mustang?
No, but I remember years ago when we just started dating, I was riding one. And let's just say that test drive resulted in some flashing blue and red lights.
Let's hope history doesn't repeat itself. That was a little bit embarrassing. I was only given a warning, by the way, so I didn't get a ticket. So anyways, that's a whole other story. So it's all Mustangs today, kind of new, but kind of old, right after this. Cynthia, do you know how old the Mustang is?
No idea, but I can take a guess as old as you are.
Sure, it's 30 years old. I wish. Well, it is older than 30, but so am I. It's actually getting close to 60 years old now. And you know that the Mustang is the only car that Ford sells in their lineup now. Sure, they have SUVs and pickup trucks, but actually cars, this is the only one. Well, actually they have the Ford GT, which is the supercar. I don't classify that as a mass-produced vehicle, so this is it.
That's really interesting. That means we are driving something really special today.
It is special, maybe not that rare. We'll tell you why a little bit later. But you know, it's good to see that the brand is alive and well, and they just keep on making these Mustangs. They're great cars. This is the ultimate specimen for our ultimate pony experience. You know, you have a V8 under the hood and a rag top. What do you think of styling?
It looks very muscular and masculine, very tough. I just like how it carries on that unique and signature Mustang look.
Yeah, I am a fan of the styling of this current generation Mustang. It looks masculine, just like Cynthia says, but it's not overdone. If you want something that looks even more aggressive, you can go into the new Mach-1, which is even a higher performance version of the Mustang. But yeah, you know, one thing I really do like, on the hood, you have these intakes, and they're not just for looks, they're actually functional. I do have one gripe, this color, Cynthia. You know, it's like they have so many great colors. They have orange, red, yellow, blues, yet we have white. It just really doesn't do the styling justice for this GT at all. But one other thing though is if you don't go for the GT, if you go for the EcoBoost versions of the Mustang, the nice thing is they look very similar. So you don't have to get the top trim GT to get the great Mustang look.
The GT Convertible Premium has a base price just under $55,000. Our tester includes the equipment group 41A.
And that includes adaptive cruise control, safe and smart package, a touchscreen navigation system, a 12-inch digital instrument cluster, and you add on some additional options like the B&O stereo, 10-speed automatic transmission, active performance exhaust, limited slip rear axle, and 20-inch rims, and that brings the as-tested price to $62,740 Canadian dollars.
Standard equipment gets you LED lights in the front and the sequential LEDs at the back. It also includes the intelligent access and, of course, this bright shining quad exhaust. Not only does it look great, the best part is the sound.
Okay, so this GT Convertible has quite a simple top mechanism. That's all it is, that ragged up. Hi Cynthia, how's it back there? And you can do it while you're driving, but not very quick. You'll get a warning on there saying you're actually going too fast. I'm saying it's like under 10 kilometers an hour, but up and down, very, very quick. If you want to put it back up, this is real time here, and there is one latch inside that you have to go and just pull. That's it. Next up, the Mach-E, which Cynthia has been very anxious to talk about.
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's start.
Right after this commercial break.
Roll the commercial. Roll the commercial. We're the sponsor.
We don't have any sponsors. We don't have a commercial. Let's just roll into this one. Well, Cynthia, this new Mustang Mach-E is breaking some huge ground with a lot of firsts. Number one, this is the very first electric Mustang. This is the first Mustang to be available with all-wheel drive.
And this is an SUV, which means it has 4 doors, which I like a lot. Let's start off with the styling. The first time I remember I saw one on the road, I asked you what that was,
Yep.
and it really attracts my attention. And then it's very sporty. I really like this black roof line. It retains that sporty and motion look at the same time without sacrificing the headroom.
Basically kind of like an optical illusion, since the red part looks like it slopes down, yet the black actually just goes straight across. So yeah, very well done there. On the front, I do like this grille. It's hard to make a front end on an electric car because usually you don't have a grille, you don't need a grille, and that's usually the face of the vehicle. If you do get the newest, the latest GT that is coming out, you do get kind of a painted carbon fiber look grille, and that looks really cool. Standard on all Mach-E's, LED headlamps and LED sequential tail lamps as well.
The base model comes with 18-inch wheels, and this one is the premium, so it comes with 19-inch wheels.
And by the way, in case you're wondering what this hot red color is, it's rapid red.
Yeah, it really gets people's attention.
Since there's no gasoline engine up front, Cynthia, head over to the front there. There's a lever, pull it twice, and you get
Voila, a Frunk. I just love that name, Frunk. In the Frunk, you do get a lot of extra storage space. In the middle, there's even drainage, and then you can put ice in there on a hot day like this to use as a cooler. And for a muddy, raining day, what do you use it for? You can put your muddy boots in there and rinse it out after.
Oh yeah, every year in October, that pumpkin patch trip always just destroys the interior of the car with muddy footprints and boots, so that would be very handy. This one also has a divider system, but we can't figure out how to take it out, but I know it does come out. We just don't want to wreck it right now. But as for dimension-wise, length, we have almost 38 inches or 96 centimeters, and depth-wise, we have 17 inches or 44 centimeters. I can see there's an actual space here, even marked on the rectangle. If we take my carry-on case here, now if this divider was not here, this regulation airline carry-on would for sure fit in here, and you'd have extra room on the left and right as well. So I'm going to close it here. Now, one thing that we notice is what, Cynthia?
I don't think you can open the Frunk with your remote control, which I don't know why.
It's kind of unfortunate because you might have, a whole bunch of grocery bags, and you might want to just throw them into the front instead of opening up that lift gate. And yeah, the remote has no access to that. You have to do it from the inside. However, I was reading on a forum for Mustang Mach-E owners, and they said that there may be an actual feature on your app that you can do with it. So that'll be nice to have.
There you go. Yeah, let's now go take a look at the back.
Before you get all the way to the back, let's talk about these doors. Okay, they have this e-latch system, so it's an electronic latch. The kids absolutely love them, by the way. They fight over who gets to open it. So on the front doors, you actually have a small little handle, and then you just push that button. It's very easy to open and close. However, on the back, you have the same button, but you don't have a handle.
Yeah, I know. It's first when we got the car, I thought, what a cool way to open the doors. And right away after, I thought, you know what, this is a family car. What if you have young children at home? And the first thing they love to do is to just keep on opening those doors. And then, it's very easy for them to snap the door closed without knowing their other fingers stick out in the door there.
Yeah, and some people online say there is a safety feature, and I think that they're meaning that, you want to demonstrate that?
Yeah, they see that there's a safety mechanism holding the door.
Yeah, so the same front door, once you've hit that one button, you can't push it in. That's fine, but what if you've just lifted it open like this, and then there's still a finger in there, it still closes? I don't know. And another thing is, what if you live in a colder climate, like in Canada here in the wintertime, and you get a sheet of ice that freezes over that door? How are you going to open it? There's no handle to pull on it or anything. Yeah, I don't know. A blowtorch, I don't know. So anyways, it looks really cool. It works great for here right now, and the kids love it. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to put your fingers in between the door.
That scares me a lot.
It does. Let's go to the back. Now, at the rear of the vehicle, one thing you will not see, of course, this is an EV, so there are no exhaust pipes here.
Yes, and I do like they kept the same Mustang look and the rear design.
Yeah, and we're both fans of the new pony logo with the stripes in it on this Mach-E. So this comes standard. This is the premium trim with the power liftgate and the hands-free option, so you kick underneath the bumper. I have it disabled because I didn't want to kick like that. So you have almost 30 cubic feet of room back here. Cynthia, would you mind doing the honors? Look at that. Our monster travel case that weighs 300 pounds. You see how she just threw it in there like nothing.
Fine-tuned muscles here.
It does have adequate room for a vehicle in this class. Underneath the floor, there is a little bit more additional storage. You have room for your charger, and you also have an inflator kit. And if you need more room,
You can fold down the second row if nobody's sitting there.
if you don't have kids like we do. But anyways, if you fold them down completely, you get a nice, fully flat floor. Well, that's enough talk about the outside of this Mustang Mach-E. I can't wait to get inside and take it for a drive. Who's driving?
I'm driving first, I got the key.
I don't need a key. I have phone as a key, Ford Pass app. But you know what? I'll let you drive first. Look at that. By the magic of editing, we have the family here. All right, let's go, Cynthia. Hit it! Woo-hoo! Holy smokes, this thing is quick. We have been driving it all weekend. It's different, but it's really fun to drive. So let's talk about the inside.
The Mach-E comes with 10.2-inch driver information screen, which is small, but it shows enough information. I like it has direction, your range, and the speed you were going, and the speed limit, and even more.
Well, what's nice is that it actually has a screen, because a lot of vehicles in this class, let's take for example, the biggest competitor is the Tesla Model Y, and you know the Tesla, they don't have an actual center or a screen behind the steering wheel, and for a lot of people that are used to that, it's hard to get used to just having a one display in the center. So it's nice to have that screen. It allows for more information on the big screen in the middle, which by the way is 15.5 inches. The Tesla is 15 inch, so this is half an inch bigger, but it's vertical instead of horizontal. But anyways, let the screen size wars begin, because they're just gonna get bigger from here.
But the one thing I really like, and I do know that a lot of people be happy about it, is that the bottom center, there's actually physical turning knob.
Yes, there is a large volume knob here, and you can't miss it. It doesn't have any knobs or switch gear for the climate system. However, but one nice thing that Ford did do is they made it that all the climate control stuff is on there all the time. So there's no diving through menus. So that's a nice compromise to not having buttons at all. This system is the latest Ford Sync 4A system for this larger screen. It's very clear. You mentioned you like the backup cameras.
For me, I'm not a tech girl, but it's very user-friendly.
And you know, that's a good test, because yeah, you're not into any of this electronic stuff. So if it's easy for you, yeah, it's pretty simple. I did find though, it's not the quickest. It can be a little bit on the laggy side. Not slow, but just it would be nice if it was a little bit quicker.
You just don't have patience.
Oh, I've just used some systems that are quicker. This does have wireless Apple CarPlay, and it has Android Auto as well, and those are standard. These seats are fairly comfortable. I like the different materials they use here. It's like this has the B&O sound system, and it's like one big huge speaker grill. How's it back there, girls? Yeah, so they've got decent amount of room. You have a flat floor back there, heated seats in the front, heated steering wheel.
It comes with this impressive panel roof. I wish it had the sunshades that can close.
Yeah, you know, so it's fairly dark though. It has a very dark tint on it, but yeah, it doesn't open and there is no shade, but it is huge though. It's massive.
I like it. When you're doing selfies, it looks good.
It's a good selfie. It's selfie approved. I guess that's a thing nowadays, right? before we got in, I did mention that I don't need a key to use this vehicle because I have the Ford Pass app and I've paired it with this vehicle, so you can do all sorts of things, not just start the vehicle, but unlock from remotely, undo your windows, wind them up. You can see the status of your vehicle, how much charge it has. But one nice thing is using the remote start. Sure, a lot of vehicles have remote start, and this is not new for EVs, but it's new for us because we don't drive a lot of electric vehicles, is we have a massive heat wave right now. Like, it's going to get up to 38 degrees Celsius, which is, Fahrenheit, what is that? Really, really hot, like probably close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And you feel kind of guilt-free using the remote start and starting the cooling process down because you're not idling there with a gas engine. And it is really, really nice. And I'm spoiled. I am really spoiled now.
Yep, me too.
Give it gas. Give it. Come on.
I like to step on this gas.
Yes. Well, it's actually, you shouldn't call it a gas. You should call it the accelerator, since there is no internal combustion engine.
It's really smooth and speed up really quickly.
Yes, it accelerates quite quick. Now, this is the premium with the all-wheel drive and the extended battery. So, what does that all mean? Well, this has an 88 kilowatt hour battery system, and it has dual motors, so it's all-wheel drive. So 0 to 60 miles per hour, or 0 to 96 kilometers an hour, however you want to put it, is under 5 seconds, 4.8 seconds. And that's pretty quick. Anything under 5 seconds is fairly quick. However, I find that it feels even quicker than that. So we've been driving this and the Mustang GT all week, and we've been switching back and forth. And that one will do 0 to 60 quicker than this. It's just over 4 seconds, but it just seems, it's just so different. You have to really work at it to get that time. This one, like, it's
easy peasy, effortless.
That's, like, we were doing some filming for both cars. Cynthia was driving this one, I was driving the GT, and I'm telling you, it's like I had a hard time keeping up without having to like floor and just mash the throttle on the GT. This thing is honestly quick. Like, I would say 0 to 40 miles an hour, or like 0 to 80K it's really, really fast. It's really, really quick.
And it's quiet.
And it's quiet. It doesn't attract any attention. You do that with the Mustang GT, that V8, it's not a quiet motor at all, which is great. I do love the sound of that though.
But it does come with 3 driving modes on
Yes,
this.
so if you hit the little Mustang there, we have drive modes. We are in Engage right now, which is essentially normal driving, comfort mode, let's just say. And then there is a whisper mode. Okay, whisper mode. It's basically quiet mode. It's going to let you coast more as well. So not much regen braking. Now, if we go into unbridled, let's go to unbridled now. There we go.
You do feel a little bit more dynamic for sure.
Yes, and now it also has some regen braking. When you take your foot off the accelerator, you can really feel it hold back. And that's to kind of simulate gearing down if you had a regular transmission or a manual transmission. If you do want to even more regen, you can go one pedal driving, which means that you let off on that throttle and it'll just really, really brake hard and come to a complete stop. As for charging, the Mach-E comes with a charger. It's in the back. We showed you that underneath the floor. And they have a 240 adapter as well. Now, if you're going to buy one of these vehicles, I highly recommend that you actually plug it into a 240 outlet or get a Ford Connect charger or level 2 style charger, because if you use the 110 outlet, okay, from empty to full, guess how long it's going to take?
3 days.
More than that, 95 hours.
Wow.
If you have that Ford Connect level 2 style charger, it's going to do it in about 10 hours. And if you just use that 240 a plug that comes with the charger, it's going to do it in about 15 hours. Or you can go to use a DC fast charger, and it'll do from 10 to 80% charge in about 45 minutes, as quick as 45 minutes. It all depends on what state your battery is in. The lower the battery is, the faster it'll charge to get up to the top there. So I was charging earlier this week, and it was pretty incredible. So I put on DC fast charge, and the charge I was using, there was a charge for it, is 3 cents per minute. It's like nothing, really. You know, it's like it's $1.80 per hour. That's really, really cheap. And at one point I was at, I'd added 41 miles, but I'd accumulated 41 cents. So at that point, it was costing me 1 penny per mile. That is so attractive, especially when gas prices right now are just going right through the roof. Like, yeah, I think we really might need to get an EV.
I know, hey?
Ford Lightning. I'm gonna stick on it, man. I honestly, well, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
All right, enough F-150. Let's talk about safety features here.
Well, this Mach-E has the Ford Copilot 360, and we are in an instance right now which is perfect conditions to try it out. Let's turn on your cruise control, and let's just set that. This will do kind of semi-autonomous driving. Later on, Ford's going to have their true semi-autonomous driving out and available, but right now, this is pretty good. What if you take your hands off? Is it steering? Yes.
It does.
It is steering for us, okay, and it's braking. And this is perfect for stop and go traffic. Now this system, if we come to a complete stop, you don't even have to activate it as long as you start moving within 30 seconds. Now, if you want even more performance, coming this fall, the GT version of the Mach-E will be available. That is it's going to be just a whole different animal. 0 to 60 in around 3.5 seconds. Like, you know, that's, we talked about the cool grille that's got it. It'll have an upgraded suspension. It'll be a high performance version of this vehicle. And it's just, like I said, it's lightning fast, like lightning F-150 fast.
I don't know why you need a car that fast, but overall I just feel Mach-E, it's like fine-tuned muscles that combines the strength and also the gentleness.
It's a really, really nice package, and it's a lot of fun to drive.
It is.
I have a control issue and I need to drive, but I want to drive the GT, so let's hop in that.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Woohoo! Okay, let's roll these windows up just for the wind, for the microphones. Now, first thing that you just can't help but notice hopping into this GT convertible compared to the Mach-E is it feels like we went back in time a little bit.
For sure, it does have that retro type of feel, like the air vents, the gear shift, and the steering wheel.
Yeah, you know, so it's the mix of old and new. You have a full digital instrument cluster behind the steering wheel on this premium GT. You have a touchscreen navigation system. It has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, backup camera. It does not have a 360 camera though, which is kind of unfortunate. I'd like to have those nowadays, not just to actually to see the front, but it's really handy for the side, so you don't have to chew up those nice rims, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't have the same sync system as a Mach-E does it?
No, this is the Sync 3 system, when the Mach-E has the latest and greatest sync system. Yeah, that is like a spaceship on the inside of that compared to here, right? All right, so let's get right to the numbers. Obviously, with the badging, you know, this is a 5-liter V8. It puts out 460 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. I mentioned earlier there is a higher performance version of the Mustang, and that is the Mach 1, I don't know what you're doing. Anyways, and that one has 20 more horsepower, plus it also has a lot of other goodies. A lot of them come right down from the Shelby there. That's also going down. Of course, this is a rear-wheel drive only, and that's going to the wheels through a manual 6-speed transmission that comes standard. It has rev matching as well, or you can get a 10-speed automatic transmission as an option. That's what we have here. Unfortunately, I wish that this had the manual, and you can kind of drive manual a little bit, right? It's so much more fun. It is a little bit slower, albeit. So 0 to 60 on this is just over 4 seconds, which is pretty quick. And if you're in manual with a manual transmission, it's not going to be quite as quick. Look at this. It just happens to be, okay, the brakes come with the 14-inch rotors. Okay, there is no launch control on the automatic transmission. You have to go with the manual for that. But that sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. You know what? I experienced this firsthand without any heads up. I normally like quiet cars more, like EVs. This sound does fit this car quite well. Woo!
Yeah, well, I'm a fan of EVs, but there's one thing that the EVs are missing, in my opinion, and that is emotion. You know, I've driven quite a few. I've driven Teslas. I've driven, you know, the hot Porsche Taycan. They're blinding fast. And yes, they have emotion because you actually get a big smile on your face and you get giddy because, you know, you're doing 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds and your face is being pushed back. That part's fun. But other than that, it just misses some emotion. Like when you're driving this GT, you don't have to actually drive it really hard. Like just that sound is almost like a tune. It's almost like a music note. Do you agree? You don't have to. That's just me.
Okay. Well, for a day like this, yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah, and having top-down driving even adds to that, right? So it's like, yeah, I don't know why they don't make, I don't think they do, they don't make a convertible EV. Not that I know of. As for handling, all Mustangs now have independent rear suspension. That's a big bonus from the older ones for sure. You also have a mode button and some toggles up front here. So if we toggle through, we have a normal, we have a my mode, so that's an individual, and you have a race mode. This thing is super sporty and just way more fun than you should have. And you can hear, this has active exhaust. That's an option that this has, but listen to the difference of sound now.
It does. It really fits. It does.
And then this also, the steering has changed dramatically in Sport Plus mode, so it not only has more weight, it feels a little bit quicker in the reaction as well. I'm not sure if it changes the power steering at all other than weight, but it definitely feels like it does. So we're not even going that fast right now. We're going through some twisties here. Is this not more fun than the Mach-E? You know, there are just some things in life sometimes that just don't make a lot of sense. And hey, a Mustang GT convertible is one of them. You know one thing though, you've been driving the Mach-E all week. You have not driven this, so I want you to try this out and let me know what you think honestly, all right?
Oh, all right.
Little more, come on.
Okay, ladies up there, remember the butterfly feeling in your stomach? This one gives you that feel.
Like, how does this compare to the electric vehicle?
Oh my goodness, just give me a second. Let me settle down a bit. This is a pure first time experience. Woo! This is so fun. Oh my God.
That's good.
Okay.
It's just such a great blast, isn't it?
It makes your heart beat faster. Okay, now I can actually talk again. This GT actually very practical as well. The back seats are not huge, but it's big enough for kids. I'll fit there without much complaint. And the trunk actually fits the big suitcase there, and it also offers a lot of safety features as well.
Yeah, so Ford Copilot 360 is standard on all models other than the Shelby GT 500. So that gives you blind spot warning, lane keep assist, rear cross traffic alert, all of that stuff comes standard. Okay, Cynthia, can you just stop for a second? There's no traffic on the road here. All right, I want to let the viewers experience the sound with the top on, because that is one thing everyone always wants to know. All right, and we'll just go and twist this. All right, put the windows up. How come this one doesn't go up? Oh, there we go. Oh, because we're both doing the same. Okay, go.
Fast?
No.
Okay.
If you want.
Now I like it now,
You almost, well, you hear the exhaust even more now, but at a cruising speed, we're doing 90 kilometers an hour.
That's quiet.
It's really, really quiet. Even over that bridge there, that might be a police there, by the way, so you better slow down. Left turn here, it is a police too. Now, we just recently even tested the Mercedes GLB 35, and I couldn't believe how loud that vehicle was. Not just the engine, but just the road noise in there. You know, a lot had to do with the large wheels and low profile tires, but this is very, very nice. Like, even like we have the exhaust open right now in the most aggressive setting. Now, if we put it back to normal, just listen to it now. Like, it's just like a regular car. It's very, very quiet.
Surprisingly, yeah, it's quiet.
Suspension's really quiet. It's not really crashy. You better slow down here.
And you know what? After I drove it for a few minutes, oh yeah, this is a great car to drive for fun. Wow.
So
what I've been missing out all these years.
She's hooked, everybody. She's hooked.
No track though, no track yet.
You think this is fun? Wait till we get our Ford F-150 Lightning.
No track.
Yes, we want a Lightning. We want a Lightning. Everyone, put in the comment. Tell Cynthia that we need a Lightning. Yeah. So anyways, I think we should go and wrap it all up. So after a week with these two beautiful Mustangs behind us, is there a winner?
I don't think so.
They are both excellent vehicles in their own class. I have to say though, this GT is actually a pretty good value. You know, you get a lot of bang for the buck if you consider that it starts at under $55,000. You get 460 horsepower from that V8, 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds, and it's a convertible. If you look around, it's really hard to find that type of performance in a convertible for that price.
Yeah, I have to agree. It has been a really fun week. The GT is really fun car to drive. As much as I like the performance and the driving experience it delivers, as a day-to-day use car, I would still pick the Mach-E.
And of course, it's an SUV and it's electric, so it's got those two good things pulling for it. And there are a couple little things like that door handle in the back, or the lack of the door handle. I don't know what that's going to be like in the wintertime. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, in the ideal world, we would have both. That'd be great.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not even that much of a compromise, because this isn't a two-seater convertible. It actually has those rear seats, and the kids actually love it back there.
They had a blast.
And you can fit a lot of stuff in the trunk.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that would be the ideal driveway right here. Other than I wouldn't get it in white. No white. No white at all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs
up.
And don't forget to
subscribe.
see you in the next video.
Ciao.